I recently visited the SEZANE flagship store in Paris, and I took full advantage and tried on everything that caught my eye. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you a review of the pieces I tried on in store, and I'm also going to share with you some extra pieces from the winter drop from the last couple of weeks. If you've been here before, you kind of know the deal with these videos. I try everything on and let you know whether I'll be keeping it or sending it back, and I also style each piece into at least 3 outfits, just for myself to get an idea of the versatility, but also to share with you how it might work in your wardrobe. I'll be mentioning the sizing and the quality of these pieces as we go, but for reference, I'm 160 centimeters or 5'3", and if it runs large or runs small, I'll always make a note of it. And if it's more true to size, I might just skip over it and have that information in the description box down below. The very first piece I tried on is the Mark coat. This is a really stunning black and white houndstooth coat, and I was really drawn to it because it's in a longer length. I really like longer coats versus shorter, and I'm super excited to see SEZANE bring out more of these longer styles. If you're wondering why there are no people in any of these change room clips, it's because I was using the downstairs change room instead of the more popular upstairs one. So I grabbed this immediately, and I love any coats that has that kind of micro pattern to it. For me, it just elevates all of the autumn winter looks that you wear with the coat. Especially if you wear a lot of block colors or plain things, it's the perfect piece to elevate those outfits. I'm wearing the US 2 or the 34 here, and this coat fits very true to size. I wouldn't go up or down in sizing. This coat, at least in my collection, would definitely be considered a winter coat because it is a bit thicker and heavier than some of the other coats I own. In my wardrobe, I have a few of these pattern coats already, so unfortunately I couldn't justify this one, but I still wanted to try it on. In these clips, I'm wearing the little Romeo bag in the khaki. I had to play around with bags, and this one was really lovely. There is one later that I was especially drawn to. The next piece I tried on was this really stunning brown cardigan. I was immediately drawn to this piece because I just love the color combination of the cream, the brown, but also that sparkly gold. Other than the color combination being beautiful, it's also really soft and cozy. You know, it's maybe not like a merino or a cashmere would be, but I do find it very comfortable, and it's a heavier weight material, so in the colder weather, this will just feel like a warm hug. It's so plushy and thick, and I'm just a very big fan of this cardigan. The size that I chose out is the extra small. For a lot of SEZANE knitwear, I find that it runs oversized, so I often size down, whereas for this knit, I definitely recommend going true to size. One size down for me would fit way too tight, one size up and I feel like it would be too bulky because of the thicker weight. So true to size for me is perfect, and let me show you how I like to style this piece. First outfit, I wear it with my blue trousers. I love the color pairing because they're on opposite sides of the color wheel, and this for me is a typical way I would wear this. In the second outfit, I have it layered inside a navy coat. So navy is pretty much a variation of blue, and then with the blue trousers, I think the colors go beautifully together. I dug through my wardrobe a little, looking for other blue pieces to wear this cardigan with, and I came across the knitted dress. Styling these two pieces together can just feel like a lot of knitwear. By adding the necklace, by adding the nylon bag, and then the shoe with a bit of shine, I feel like it breaks up the knitwear a little, and this is the combination I just feel like is really cozy, really comfortable, but I still feel very cute in the outfit. The next couple of looks are more neutral, so just styling it with black or white. I've worn it many times with my white trousers. This is probably the first outfit I ever wore with this knit, and it's the one that's most natural to me because I wear those trousers too often. I wear it with my black Alicia midi skirt from SEZANE. This one is using a little bit of print mixing, but I find that because the skirt has a micro print, this one is a larger print, it actually goes together quite well. Finally, we've got the black dress on the inside, and I just wear it open over the top. The knit here is very cozy, the dress is more fitted, and I like that these two proportions balance each other out. Let's go to the next outfit, which is this very lovely combination of the black blouse with the printed skirt. So the printed skirt is actually an Alicia skirt, which is exactly the same as this skirt that I have, except it's in a different print. I have my one in the size US 2 34, but the one I tried on that day was a US 4 36, because I didn't have it in my size. This skirt fits true to size, but if you were to take one size up, I don't feel like it makes a huge difference. It just sits ever so slightly lower, but that's about it. The reason why I tried this on, especially because I already own this skirt, is because I just felt like this print was so stunning. It's got the khaki with the magenta and the purples, and it was a color combination that felt very fresh and exciting to me. I decided to skip on the day because I wanted more time to think about it. I kept an eye out to see if this print would reoccur in another piece, and I did see it in a jumpsuit. So I ordered this and I thought I'll give it a try. It's definitely statement, but I thought if I could style it in enough ways, maybe I can make it work. First thing first, the material of this is quite light. It's similar to the skirt I have. It's that lighter, I believe, viscose material. I'm wearing mine in size US 2, and I think it fits true to size, but it does run very long, so if I was to keep it, it would definitely need tailoring. If I'm deciding whether to keep a statement piece like this, what I consider the most is whether I can fit it into my lifestyle and get outfits that fit my style. So first outfit, I'm wearing this over a white long sleeve tee. Since I tried white, I thought I'll go in the other direction and try a navy top underneath. With any jumpsuit, I know half the time I'm going to be wearing it as a pant rather than a jumpsuit. So I put this sweater over the top just to see how it would layer, and this is probably the most wearable combination for me. We've got one neutral or plain piece, and then we've got the floral piece, and it's a good balance for my style. I tried layering a blue coat over the top, and this is one of my favorite combinations because I love the blue color with the purple and the magenta and the khaki. I think they go quite well together. Even though this print is so stunning and I've loved styling this piece in my wardrobe, I don't think I can justify keeping it because I think I won't wear it enough. But if you have more maximalist style, if you love florals and girly items, I can definitely see how this would be a really good alternative to always wearing a dress or a midi skirt. This will just give you pattern in another shape. We went on a little tangent, but something in that outfit that I did decide to keep is the black top. If I was looking at the website, I don't know if I would have chosen this piece out because it's black, it's more simple, and sometimes I do gravitate towards more exciting colors and prints and styles. But this simple piece I was drawn to because I tried it on and I really liked the fit. This top has a wrap style, but you don't have any ties you have to do yourself. It's all sewn in here, but it has a very draping neckline, which I find to be very elegant. It has a little poof in the shoulders, which I think looks really nice. It gives the shoulder a little bit of structure and shape, which is quite flattering. And then we've also got a little bit of lace at the cuff and then some buttons. When I tried it on, I thought it was a perfect piece to dress up for a more glamorous evening, but also wear it casually with my different trousers and jeans on the casual days. I didn't pick it up that day because I was umming and ahhing over the fact that it was recycled polyester, but ultimately I kept thinking about this style. I could imagine myself getting so much wear from it on the day-to-day, so I did end up going back and ordering it. The hand feel of this piece, in my opinion, is very similar to a lot of the viscose pieces I have. It's not overly crunchy, which is the thing that I hate about polyester. It's not like that. So because I felt like it was very similar to viscose, I decided to go for it. Firstly, for evening, I would pair it with some all black outfits. So black skirt, and it almost replicates a black dress, except we're using separates. I would pair it with a black pant, and the same thing, this time round it looks like a jumpsuit, but you know, we're still using separates. For a more casual evening look, or for just a bit of color, I would pair it with my blue knitted skirt. I mentioned I will wear this for daytime, and a daytime look for me would be wearing it with, honestly, any trouser, but I've chosen the blue today. I saw a lot of thicker belts when I was shopping in Paris, not just in SEZANE, but everywhere. So I'm using a thicker belt here as a way to make this outfit more casual. I would also go a little bit more sleek for daytime with the black belts with the gold. The belt is also a bit thinner, so things feel more balanced and probably a little bit more flattering. Let's go to a couple of pieces I tried in store that I actually didn't love. And one of them is the poly dress. This is such a cute little dress on the hanger, but on my shape, I just find it very unflattering. It gives me more of a straight fit, but it also hugs onto my hip, which is not the most flattering because I'm more pear-shaped. On my height, I find it makes me look shorter and boxier than I am. I think that if you're petite and you just had a different shape to me, it could work really well. But basically, if you're my shape, I'm not sure if this is a dress I would recommend. I tried on a jacket and a pant that I loved, but I feel like this one is just a little bit overwhelming on my petite height. Let's go with this jacket first. It's in this really beautiful color that I believe is called rosewood. I wore this in the US too, and even then, I just felt like it was too big. I do feel like it fits true to size for the shoulders. It's more that the arms and the length of it is way too long on my height. In the try-on here, I think I rolled this pant up 3 times, maybe even the 4th. And I also find that because this pant is more structured, it's harder for someone of my height to pull it off because of the structure and style. So this wasn't a pant that I was really drawn to, which is a pity because I actually do love the texture of it. And for whatever strange reason, I also really like this color. It's not lilac, it's a bit warmer, more pinky, and it was actually a really pretty shade. For anyone who doesn't know, I have no problem tailoring my pants. Almost all pants require tailoring on me. But for me, it's that even if I tailored these to my perfect length, I would still feel like because I don't have the height, they won't be as flattering on me as a softer, more fluid trouser would be. Something else I tried on in the change room is this really lovely turquoise or teal knit. One of the reasons why I chose this to try is because in some of my color analysis, I've been recommended this type of color, turquoise and teals. I have a similar green and a white cardigan that I wear all the time in this kind of style, and this one definitely feels thicker than the other two. So again, similar to the brown knit, for me this is more of a winter piece or late autumn, rather than being something really light for the transitional season. In my opinion, these two feel very similar. It's not like a cashmere or merino, but to me they feel really comfortable and I wouldn't have any issue wearing them on my skin. For sizing, I went with my extra small, so true to size, and this is the size I would recommend. If you wanted it to fit closer than I have it in the images, I think you can go one size down and it will still fit, but I like the slightly more relaxed look. For styling, let's start with this knit with the cream trousers and then my little grey bag. The way that I imagined myself wearing it was always with colors like brown and beige. So I have on a brown coat and then my beige colored bag. For a more cool tone color palette, I would do a navy coat and the grey bag instead of the brown and beige. I really love playing around with different colors, and this is the perfect example of playing around with color in a subtle way in my everyday outfits. The combination that I was most excited to try was to pair this knit with my taupe trousers. There is often this debate about, neutrals versus color, but I genuinely want to mix them and I love a little bit of both. A sweater that I tried on that I decided not to keep is this white one. This one was really girly, and because it felt a bit more unique, I decided to try it on. But for me, I don't feel like this one was as special as the blue or the brown. It's one of those items I tried on and I felt like it was nice, but it wasn't necessarily adding something new and exciting to my wardrobe. I do have white knits like this one. I personally feel like the sweater wasn't as soft as the two that I chose out, and I'm not even sure if this is available anymore because I can't seem to find it online. Pink is not really my color, but when you see a beautiful bright pink coat in store, you kind of just want to try it on for fun. So that's what I did here with this pink gym coat. I actually own the gym coat in black. I still have it. It's currently with my mum because she wore it the last winter and she's borrowing it off me right now. I personally just tried it on for fun, but if your style is more girly, more colorful, then I think this could be a really good option to bring lots of color into your winter wardrobe. I'm wearing the US 2 in the cutaways. I own my black in the US 2, and this coat fits true to size. This is another jacket that I decided to try on. This style of jacket I saw everywhere from every brand while I was in Paris. It's definitely a style that is more oversized, more relaxed, and inspired by menswear, and very, very popular across the French brands. So while I've never been hugely interested in this style when I look at it online, I thought while I'm in the store, why not try it on? All my coats are pretty much long, or it's a blazer. So again, this is just a different silhouette to other jackets I might have. I also love this shade of blue. I thought it was quite flattering. And also blue goes so well with my wardrobe because a lot of it is blue or navy or white. This piece is made from 62% wool. And another reason why I liked it is because it feels quite light. I tend to not like jackets that feel really, really heavy because living in Australia, half the time I'm holding my jacket instead of wearing it. A light jacket just feels more practical, more convenient for the day-to-day. This jacket also feels really comfortable around the shoulder and arms. This is a personal pet peeve of mine when jackets feel really restrictive in this area. This one doesn't feel like that. It's very cozy, very comfortable. And that is one of the requirements I have for a more casual jacket. I'm wearing the 34 US 2, so I went true to size. I recommend that if you're in between sizes, you can size down, but otherwise to go true to size. The reason is once I button this jacket up, there's actually not that much room. And it's not as oversized as it might look when you have the buttons open. I wore this jacket earlier with this jumpsuit, so wearing it over the jumpsuit so only the pants showed through. And this outfit works because I think the pants are slimmer, the jacket is more boxy, So proportionally, these two pieces really go together. If I was styling it with some wide leg jeans, I think an easy way to make the proportion a little bit better is that instead of wearing it open, I would do up all the buttons. Doing up the buttons changes the shape of a lot of jackets, but I'm especially surprised by how much it alters this one. The reason why these white trousers go with everything is because they're fluid. Even though they're wide, they're fluid, so they still feel quite soft. And that's why I still like wearing this jacket with the white pants. It's the way I wore it in store, it's why I really like this jacket. And I just felt like, of course, I will wear it with these pants. These pants have been my go-to pants. So pretty much anything I bring into my wardrobe, if it doesn't work with this piece, then it's not going to work with anything else. I tried on this one more for the color than necessarily the silhouette, but if I was wearing a longer dress or a midi dress, I would still try this jacket over the top, and I don't mind the proportions here, but I especially love that green color paired with this blue jacket. So this one, I really like the colors, so I'm giving it a try together. I've been basing a lot of my color purchases on my color analysis results. So this is another color that was recommended to me on both color analysis sessions I did. So I thought it must be right. This is exactly the kind of dress shape I like. It's not very fitted, it's very straight, but there's something that feels very elegant and breezy and relaxed about this shape. Both the shape and the color I think are a little bit more muted, not super dramatic of a style, but that's honestly the kind of dress I like these days, so I can use different necklaces and bags to accessorize it and be able to wear it many, many times. For dresses like this, I think it's really easy to change it up in a subtle way with different jewelry, bags, and shoes, but it won't be anything too drastic for me. I've got a couple more pieces here to talk about, but the last item I tried on in store was the bag. And it's a little bag that I've been showing in all of these try-on clips, the Victor. I especially like this bag in the woven brown with the chain strap that I show in the clips. And with this Victor bag, I actually purchased this a couple of years back as a gift for my mum. She's still using her black one right now, and because it's that vegetable tan leather, it's got lots of scratches on it, but that is honestly the way that this type of leather is meant to wear. It's kind of like the Manso Gabrielle bag, maybe the APC bags, that kind of leather that does scratch, and it should, like naturally, over time. There is something about this texture with the chain strap that makes it feel really perfect. It makes it feel a bit more elevated, a bit more dressy, and it just immediately brings two textures to any outfit. So that part I also loved. This woven leather is also one of those materials that is going to hide any and all scratches. I don't think you'll see any scratches at all on this bag. So if you're worried about scratches on the original heritage leather, then I feel like this one might be a good one to go for. I was very, very tempted, especially because the crossbody strap with the chain is not adjustable, but it actually fit me quite well. So I ummed and ahed for a bit, but maybe another time. I've got two more pieces I want to review in style and then just a couple of accessories. Let's go with this striped t-shirt. I have a tendency to prefer striped knits over these more structured striped tees, but I saw this one with the glitter and the gold, and I was so drawn to this sparkle. When I consider a piece like this on the website, one of the first things I think of is, I love the glitter, but is it going to be itchy? So on the back side, you can see some of the glitter, and I'm happy to report back that it's not irritating and it's not itchy, because that is the biggest thing with glitter. Sometimes it's really scratchy, uncomfortable, and I'm glad to say this is not. I'm honestly surprised it's not, because you can obviously see it on the back side. Even on the front side, I don't find it scratchy at all, and that for me is really important because I'm not gonna wear a casual tee and have it be super, super uncomfortable. With styling this piece, we'll go for the most basic to start with, stripe and jeans. I like that both of these pieces feel more elevated. The stripe has the glitter, the jeans have the unique shape. A really basic combination that feels a bit more elevated. I would even do a plaid coat over the stripe. These two pieces are also really simple, so mixing it together definitely doesn't feel like too much. A fun combination for me is pairing it with the really thick Artemis belt. Even though I don't wear it all the time, every time I pull it out, I do really like it. So using it again in this outfit, it acts as a statement piece in this look. In the past, I've worn stripes with midi skirts before, so we're doing it again here, but this time with the glitter stripe. My final look is probably how I imagine wearing this stripe. Because it's got the glitter, I would glam it up a little bit for evening, or even for a dressier lunch. I've matched it with this white jacket with the gold buttons, the gold ties in with the glitter, and this outfit just feels a little bit more glam than my usual style. Ultimately, the stripe is really fun, but I think having tried it on in all of my outfits, I don't think it's unique enough or special enough or different enough from my existing stripes that I can justify keeping it. It's really lovely, but I will be sending this one back. I have a real weakness for a bias cut skirt. So when I saw this, even though the color was so bright, I was just very curious about it and how it would look on compared to some of my silk skirts. With a bias cut, what happens is that if you're more curvy, it really accentuates your curves and makes them look really beautiful. And if you're more straight, it makes it look like you have some curves to the body. This item fits true to size, and I think my comments are all to do with quality and fabric. While I really love silk and I much prefer silk, most of the silk skirts I have are quite thin. I think there is a place for a recycled synthetic skirt, for example, because it has a very different look and it is definitely also more affordable and lower maintenance. If you don't want to deal with things like static cling, being super delicate, and also very light. With this bright purpley magenta, one of the go-to neutrals for me will be a navy. So I've got on the navy top with this skirt, and I think this is a very simple way to style this piece. To make this skirt a little bit more day-to-day, I will pair it with this taupe sweater. The taupe I feel like tones it down a little bit, but I still feel like the taupe pairs quite well with this magenta shade. And this is probably one of the most wearable looks that I'll create with this skirt. If I want to go a bit more glam, I will pair it with my cream jacket with the gold buttons. I think the gold and the magenta tie in perfectly, and this for me is definitely more of a statement, daytime or evening look. I had so much fun playing around with this skirt, and as much as I would love to keep it, I just think it's one of those pieces I'll pull out once, twice a year, and I'm not sure I can justify that, because my wardrobe is overflowing a little. Throughout today's video, I styled a lot of outfits with this shoe. This is the Katie. This is me reintroducing a heel into my wardrobe. And if you saw my last video, which was the shoe collection, I kind of did a little review of this already. I'll link that video down below with the timestamp if you would like to see a review. In summary, I do like these shoes. I think it's got a good amount of cushioning on the sole. It is a very high heel, but it's got a little bit of a platform at the front. And I don't feel like my foot is very strained in this heel. I think the block heel definitely helps. And all in all, this is going to be my holiday shoe this season. And it's also my only heel right now in my wardrobe. The final thing I want to mention are these earrings I'm wearing. It's this really beautiful tortoiseshell earring that has these gold wire accents. Because this item doesn't have a lot of hardware, it's mostly this tortoiseshell. I'm hoping longevity-wise it will be good. And the thing that I care about most when it comes to earrings is how heavy it is. I like that on the SEZANE website, they now tell you how heavy each earring is, so you can get an idea. Nothing worse than finding heavy earrings. And I'm happy to report back that these are very light. I think these were 6 grams and very light and comfortable to wear all day. I really hate heavy earrings. For me, they're completely unwearable. So I love these earrings because they're nice and light. That was everything that I wanted to share in today's video. I will have all the sizing information down below of all of these pieces, and I'll mention if it's true to size or if I recommend sizing up, down, and why. I'll also have all of the items that I tried on linked down below if there's something you want to check out. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like SEZANE clothing and you'd like to see more reviews and styling, I have a ton of other videos on my channel relating to SEZANE. So I'd love for you to go check that out, and I'll have some videos linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be doing 2 videos a week for the next few weeks, and I'll see you soon. Bye!